Hey YouTubers, it's Sonia. I'm coming to you today with a book review, several books. Part of my healthy living series. I'm going to try to make this quick. I taped this earlier and it was almost 16 minutes long, so I really got to cut it down. So let's jump right into it. The first three books that I'm going to show you are books that I purchased when my son was diagnosed with cancer. A couple of them are related to cancer. The first two are one is not. So it's a total of 6 books. So let me show you this one. I have no idea what I did with the cover. I take the covers off my hardback books so I won't mess them up, and I have to find this one. But anyway, this book is called The Anticancer, A New Way of Life. It's by David Servan-Schreiber. He's a doctor. He was diagnosed with he had 2 brain tumors. And this book is interesting. It does talk a lot about cancer, so you may not want it if you're just looking for a cookbook or healthy living, although it does give just some good information. I personally think anybody would enjoy it to even try to prevent getting certain things. I like it because he talks about the disease, and he talks about, he's a doctor, but he does believe that what we eat and the way we live our life does play a role in our health, and I appreciate that because you don't see that from a lot of physicians. But anyway, it's really helpful. He talks about, vegetables to decrease inflammation in our bodies, and a lot of people, seem to believe that inflammation causes lots of diseases. I agree with that. I don't know if it's the sole cause, but I do believe that it plays a role. That's just my belief. But he just talks a lot about our diet. He talks about the anti-cancer plate, what it should look like. For anti-cancer, to me, it means just anti-disease is what it means to me. Healthy living. If you see this plate, it should be the plate of everyone. You may want to supplement it for children. Maybe they need more of certain things, but for adults, I think it's a great book. He talks about, things that we should buy organically and things that are not as contaminated, because that's why, you want to buy certain things organic to cut down on the intake of pesticides that they use on all of our fruits and vegetables. So I highly recommend this book. If anything else, get it from the library and check it out. But it's a very good book. And I will post all of these in the detail bar so you'll have all of the names. The other book is The Mediterranean Prescription. This is a weight loss book. I didn't pick it up for that because no one in my household needs to lose weight. We're all fairly thin, but it's a healthy book, and I hear that the Mediterranean diet, they have one of the healthiest diets. So I picked it up when my son was diagnosed, and it's a good book as well, because it's more than just a cookbook. He talks about the way that he this is written by a doctor, the way he eats in his country, or the way that they ate in his country growing up, how they had lots of fruits and nuts and everything. That's what they snacked on, unlike here we have cookies and cakes and all of those things. The recipes in here are really good. Some are very simple but very tasty, and a lot of them went over well with my children. That's important. I do have a house with children, and even my partner, he's a picky eater, but he ate them as well. So they talk about veggies and different soups and cookings with beans and seafood. So if you know anything about Mediterranean, then it's in here. Tomato sauces and all that kind of stuff. So it's a good book. So check it out. It's The Mediterranean Prescription by Angelo Acquista, MD. I'll have his name listed as well though. Okay. The other book I picked up when my son was diagnosed was The Cancerfighting Kitchen. Okay? I love this book. Love it. If you know someone with cancer, or if you have cancer, it's definitely a good book to have. If you don't know anyone with cancer, but want to do healthier living, it's still a good cookbook. The reason I say specific for cancer, because it's more than just a cookbook. She talks about ways to care for people with cancer, as far as eating and just preparing food, and just really how to take care of them. And it's a good book. It's things that the doctors don't tell you, because it's really more about the way to get them nourished, and just how to go about it. Like if they would just take a teaspoon of something every 20 minutes, that's better than nothing, but just getting them to take it. So it's very helpful. And the recipes in here are great because she covers everything: main dishes, soups, breakfast, snacks, smoothies, just plain beverages. It's a good book. It's good because she covers high caloric, high protein items, which if somebody has cancer, that's something that they may need, going through chemo and radiation. Sometimes you need those extra calories and extra protein. She also talks about low caloric items, which some patients may need because they're on steroids or things like that. So it's something in here for everyone. And I thought it was a really good book, and the recipes are really, really good. And she's kind of funny. So even though it's a cancer fighting book, she's kind of humorous. So that's always good. But this is definitely a book to check out for anybody. I think it's really good. So let me see how I'm doing on my time. Okay. So, Meatless Dishes in 20 Minutes. This is a good book. I like it because it's fairly simple. If you're going to prepare it in 20 minutes, it should be. It's by Levin. I'm sorry, that's the author. It's fairly simple. The recipes are pretty typical, like tacos, cheesy egg and veggie tacos, vegetable fried rice, black bean burritos, stuffed peppers. So it's not anything way out. Some of the things are a little different, but I like the cookbook. It goes over well in my house. Some things do, some things don't. Nobody in here likes stuffed green peppers except me. I love them. So hey, I think it's worth purchasing. She has soups and everything on here, guacamole. Hold on, sweetie. Okay. All kind of good things. So it's definitely worth purchasing. Okay. The next book is 365 Easy Vegetarian Recipes. I love this book. Now, I like this book much better than this book because, not that this book has great recipes. I would purchase them both. I'm happy with them both. But I like this one because it covers everything. It covers breakfast, lunch, dinner, brunch, snacks, smoothies, beverages, anything you can name, soups, anything that you're going to prepare. It covers it in here. And the ingredient list is short on all of them. So everything is really, really, really easy to prepare. It even gives you recipes for your dressings, for your salads. It also includes salads, but it gives you dressings and everything. So this is really a good cookbook. 365 Easy Vegetarian Recipes by Sally N. Hunt, Ph.D. Great book. And the last book, I'm doing much better on my time. The last book is Fast, Fresh, and Green. This book, I saw it in a magazine and picked it up from the library to see how I would like it, and loved it. So I put it on my Christmas list and got it. It's a great book. It's a mixture of simple and not so simple, but it's a great take on vegetables. Sometimes you get stuck in preparing your vegetables the same way, and this gives you lots of unique recipes for your vegetables. It's not a vegetarian cookbook because some of the recipes she uses meat in preparing them, but you can always eliminate the meat if you don't want to add it in. I like it because it gives you lots of different ways of cooking methods. You know, roasting, grilling, sautéing, everything. So it's a really good book. And this one too is more than a cookbook because she also talks and tells you, you know, things about herself and how she came up with the book, and it's really good. I really like it, and I'm hoping I'll be able to put it to lots of use this summer as I grow my vegetables in the garden. So this is definitely worth checking out. It's Fast, Fresh, and Green by Susie, Middleton. Let me show you the pictures on the back. See? It all looks so tasty. Yeah, I can't wait to put this to good use during the summer. But those are my books. I hope you enjoyed my little review. I hope you find it helpful. If you know of any good healthy cookbooks out there, please share. Thanks for watching.